Welcome to the Sarah HQ podcast, and on this episode, I have with me the beautiful Samantha Justine, and we will be talking about roadmap to $10,000 a month for coaches and service provider. And we'll be diving into the 7 crucial keys you must have to break through to your first 10K month. Welcome, Sammy.
Thank you for having me. Finally, we're here.
How has everything been? How's business and everything?
Pretty good so far. So I've been pretty much busy this past couple of months working on something huge, a project that I've been working on, and I'm excited to share that with everyone.
Oh, that's really awesome.
So thank you.
First of all, let me share a little bit about Samantha Justine. She's an international digital marketing expert. So she helps coaches, consultants, and service providers get quality leads and high-ticket clients with her client attraction program, which helps them break through to their first $10,000 a month. Samantha started working in the online industry since 2008, and since then she's built her own community that has helped over 7,500 coaches, consultants, and service providers attract their dream clients for their business. So Samantha, has it always been like this, or like how did it all start out? Like how did you get started in this?
Well, actually, it didn't start out anything like this at all. Like I started out without a plan. So back in 2008, I came by this online opportunity of working online from a recommendation by a friend. So I was at college at the time. I was about to graduate with my marketing and management degree at the time, and I felt a bit lost with what I was gonna do after I graduated. So I was already a few months to graduating then, but I didn't really know what to do after that. So a friend of mine suddenly came to me like, hey, there's this opportunity for you to work online. I'm actually applying for it, and he's looking for another person to do the work as well. So do you mind like trying to join me? So I thought like, hey, why not? It's going to be an additional income, right? So the moment I started working online, I was like, oh my God, like this is a huge opportunity, like with working online. I don't think a lot of people understood like the magnitude of like how this is going to change the way people are going to be working back then. But at the time, I really didn't have any goal for this. I just, my mindset was just, okay, this is a great opportunity to earn and make money compared to like being in a corporate or office job, and I'm actually making 2 and 3 times as more. So back then, I just started working more as a service provider, and I didn't even know anything at all. Like I had generous clients who would hire me just so they could also teach me how they run their business. They taught me how to do administrative tasks for their business, social media management, article writing. My first job was actually online chat support. That was what I was doing for the client at the time, and since then, like since I had the opportunity of like trying to make money online, I just thought there was no turning back for me. So eventually, of course, it then evolved from just me being a service provider and people seeing that, oh, like she's able to travel the world because of the income she's making online. People started asking me how they can do the same. So I started doing workshops around my city, and then eventually like around the country. And then I realized like it wasn't sustainable doing it like that, because the reason I wanted to work online as well is because of the freedom that it afforded me, right? I was pretty much in control of my time. But holding these workshops around the country, it was taking up a lot of my time, my money as well, because I had to pay for the accommodation, the venue, and all of that. So I tried to venture into like, hey, I'm already working online. Why not share what I'm doing to people online as well? So instead of like going from city to city, I can just share and teach them what I'm doing online. So came to the point where I just started a Facebook group. I was sharing tips, tricks, and strategies there, and in less than a year, I was able to grow it into members of 7,500 members. And every time I launch my course or my programs, it always gets sold out. And I teach them how they can do the same. Pretty much I teach them how they can land high ticket clients as well and get people inside their business. So that's how it all evolved. But yeah, it started out from nothing pretty much. And not necessarily like a well thought out plan like most people do now when like they want to jump into the online world with like a definite plan. But with me, it didn't start out that way. I was just looking for an escape at the time, because I was lost and confused with what I wanted to do, and it opened up new opportunities for me just by trying out what it's like to work online. So yeah.
And you know what? It's funny that we have similar stories, because I also started out of school trying to decide what I wanted to do, came online, and I tried a lot of things, product, e-commerce, tried a lot of the affiliate marketing, and then eventually I started doing seminars. Seminars, tons of seminars, like it was a lot. And from seminars, I switched to teaching online. So yeah, our story that has similar roots. So what challenges like have you experienced so far on your journey? Because I know it just like entrepreneurial journey isn't smooth one bit. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely not that easy. And I think a lot of people imagine when they get into this entrepreneurial business online that the moment they launch something or they start something, it's going to start generating some money, right? And I think that's a huge misconception, not just with online businesses, but with business in general. You really have to put a lot of time and effort in it. And I think the most important part of it is being patient as well, and learning to accept that failure is part of the process. So of course, with me, when I was starting out just as a service provider, I was relying on my clients to like, okay, show me the way of what I needed to do. And of course, if I wanted to get paid more, I was telling them like, okay, like I can take this work and I can learn how to do it along the way, and I would do my own research, and it added to my skill set. So eventually, I realized that I was just stuck in a certain level of how much I was making per month, and it wasn't a lot because I was more of a service provider, getting paid hourly for the work that I was providing them. So then I realized like, oh, there's a certain ceiling to what I can offer to these clients just being a service provider. So things changed when I started to actually start investing in courses, because before I just relied on like free information online. It's not that it's not helpful, like the free information out there has been helpful, but it's helpful to a certain degree, right? it can only get you so far. And if you really want to level up your business as well, then you also have to change your mindset and start investing in programs that will help you. So I invested in a lot of programs. At the time, around 2014, I started a virtual assistant agency. And that was one of probably the failed decisions or that I have made in the past, because I really didn't know how to build up and set up a business. I didn't have the background for it. My mindset was more of a service provider. So in terms of like trying to bring in more people in the team in the business was outside of my forte. It's not something that I was really familiar with. And in terms of pricing, I was still pricing myself and my team as a service provider as well. So I wasn't making money as a business. I was making money as a service provider. And now I also have to pay a team of people who's supporting the business. So of course, in terms of the money that we were making at the time, it wasn't a lot, because now instead of me just earning my money, now I have to share it with other people too. And my pricing was really not basically, it's more of a price for a service provider and not as a company. So I had to shut that down. So of course it was painful for me, because when you start something, it's like you treat it as your baby, right? It's like something that you own, something that is part of you. But of course, with every failure comes a learning experience with it too. So from doing that, that's when I started moving on to like, hey, of course I cannot provide jobs or work for all these other people, even if I have the best intentions. Like, I can't coddle them all and like try to take care of them. So what I can do instead is like show them how they can do it themselves, like how they can get started with working online, how they can get high ticket clients of their own, how they can market and get paid for what they deserve. So because of that failure, I was able to evolve what I was going to, my approach and how I'm going to help these other people. And that's how I was able to grow a community of people that I was helping out, and eventually launching sold out courses to them, because what I was offering is helping them get ahead with their business online too.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing the challenges you've experienced so far. Like, it's really important that people hear this kind of stories, so they don't think starting an online business is all rosy. So yeah, so far, what would you say, what factor would you say has highly contributed to your success in your business in these past years? What factor would you say helped?
Oh, definitely, like in business, like a huge part of it is like being always willing to learn. There's no end to what you can do online. You have to constantly learn all the time, and you constantly have to adapt to how the market is moving. Because if you don't adapt, your business will die. That's just how it is. Adapt or die. So throughout this time, like as I mentioned, I started as a service provider, but I just didn't think it was sustainable, because there's a cap to what I was earning, And at the same time, more and more people are starting to become service providers as well. So I had to find a way to differentiate myself to other people so I can attract better clients and, of course, get paid handsomely for what I have to offer. Because my experiences also and the skill set that I have to bring to the table is more than what most service providers there had to offer. It's only when I had a client come to me and tell me like, and tell me that, it seems like you know more than what your clients actually know. So why are you still offering? Why are you still acting as a service provider? And then that's when I realized, oh my God, yeah, they come to me, they ask me for help, and they realize that I'm the expert on this. So why am I still acting as a service provider? So that moment on, I invested in a lot of courses, and of course a huge part of where I am now is a mindset shift. So every time you reach a different level of your business, there's always that mindset shift that happens as well. Because when I was starting out, my mindset was more about just making enough money and just enough to make more to provide for myself and my family. And eventually, of course, the part of self-fulfillment comes into play. When you're not fulfilled with what you're doing anymore, there's a mindset shift that happens as well, because your mind is still looking for growth. So that's when I realized, when the client came to me and said that I'm providing more information that the clients don't even know that they need in their business. So that's when I started providing the coaching and consulting part of my business as well, because they come to me and ask for my help when it comes to like how they're supposed to market themselves, how they're supposed to do their launch with their courses. They come from me and ask for my help with how they're supposed to structure their entire pre-launch process with their copyright, with their funnel and everything. So from that moment on, I realized, okay, so now I need to shift my business and because now the clients that come to me are demanding more from me. So in order for me to also give my best to my clients, and I would have to change how I do my business, and I would have to change also how I position myself in my business as well. So they would recognize the value of what I am giving to them. So for me, it's like everything that has contributed to my growth is hugely being open to learning all the time and adapting to changes, and definitely the mindset that has to go with it. Because with every different stage that you go through with your business, you need to have a different mindset and a different let's say habit that goes with it as well. Because you know what they say, different level, different devil. Once you reach a certain level, you're dealing with different problems, and your mind should be prepared to face the type of challenge or problems you're going to face. That helps you grow as well. So that's one thing that I like about this business. And I heard from someone else say, with your entrepreneurial business, it's not just about like building a business online or making money from it. It's actually personal development and character development at the same time. Because with each change and each challenge that you face with your business, you need to have the right mindset or the right habit and the right character to face all the challenges that you're going through with your business. So yeah, I'd say definitely learning, adapting to change, and having the right mindset to deal with challenges has helped me get to where I am today.
Wow. Like, you shared something super important, having personal development and also character. Because it's really, really key in building your business. The character to be able to handle different kind of challenges. Because like you never can tell what can happen in business. You must be ready to face whatever comes your way. So thank you so much for sharing that. Now,
thank you.
We're gonna dive into the topic for today: roadmap to $10,000 a month for coaches and service providers. So you want to share 7 crucial keys you must have to break through to your first 10K month. Over to you, Sammy.
Okay, thank you so much. So I see a lot of coaches and consultants and service providers out there. They're really offering, just like me. The reason I'm teaching this to them is because I've been through the same thing as well. You're providing a lot of your expertise and service to your clients and your knowledge to them, but for some reason you're just not breaking through your 10,000 month goal. There's a lot of factors why that's not happening for them, and that's why I'm going to share these 7 crucial keys they need in order for them to break through their first 10,000 month goal. This is what I call the 4 P's and 3 M's, right? So one of the first thing that a lot of people should focus on is their prospect or their leads, right? So I know a lot of people there are talking about getting leads organically and all of that stuff, and all these tactics and whatever just to capture leads. And I'm gonna talk about like the difference of tactics and strategies as well. But basically, people, because they're using just tactics instead of like proper strategies in their business, they're attracting low quality leads in their business too. And the reason for that is because they don't have clarity on who their prospect or who their leads are or who they're targeting, the people who they want to target. So and I struggled with that as well before, because I took in any client that would want to hire me for me to build their course or to write their sales copy or to write their email marketing campaigns, instead of going deep into the business. I was trying to service everyone and I was going wide. Once you start going wide and you try to service everyone in your everyone in different types of industries, then of course it's a lot harder for people to actually grasp what you're doing, and they see you more as a commodity instead of an expert. So they see you, okay, this person is a person who just builds funnels, or this person is just a person who builds who writes copy, and they see you as a commodity instead of the expert that you truly are. So if you, instead of going wide and trying to target different people and trying to reach out to different people, like, oh, okay, I need this person to it seems like this person is a fit for me, it seems this other person is a fit for me, but they're on different industries. No, if you're servicing everyone, you're just you're doing yourself a disservice, actually, because you're not positioning yourself in a way that your potential clients can actually see the value of what we're doing for them. So instead of going wide, go deeper into your customer avatar, like know who are the people that you want to target. Are you targeting female entrepreneurs, or are you targeting male entrepreneurs? And instead of just entrepreneurs, what type of entrepreneurs are you targeting? Are they in the coaching business? Are they in the service provider business? Are they in the let's say e-commerce business? So there's still a way to dig deeper into your customer avatar, and the more deeper you dig into what they're looking for, then the more it's easier for your target audience to also find you as well. So that's the number one thing. You need to know your prospect very intimately, not just like narrowing down your niche or narrowing down your customer avatar, but you have to know your prospect or your customer avatar intimately, in the sense of what are their challenges, what are their fears, what are they struggling with. These are the things that you need to know with your target customer, so that when you know these things, it's easier for you to provide the solution to their problem, and it's easier for them to find you at the same time. So the second P is your presence, or what I also call positioning. So as I mentioned earlier, if you position yourself as another commodity in the industry, of course they're not going to see you the value that you provide for them. So if they see that you're just a funnel builder, then they're just going to see, oh, this is another person that I can just pay for this amount. There are 1,000 other funnel builders out there. I don't see anything special with what she does. So instead of positioning yourself as another commodity, you need to position yourself as an expert in your industry, and that shows a lot with how you project yourself with social media. And we're not just talking about like having the cover photos and your and your pictures on your social media or website. These are all surface level, but it's also how you have conversations with the people, with your target audience and your prospects as well. So a lot of that has to do with positioning, and part of how you position yourself is how you also make yourself accessible to your target audience. Are you making them is it easy for them to access you and talk to you when they try to reach out to you? Do you have a certain process around it and stuff like that? So positioning is a huge part of how you can actually break the barrier of just being seen as a commodity and as an expert, right? So with positioning, the next part that comes with it is also process. As I mentioned earlier, there should be a certain process with your conversations with your clients, with how you handle your business as well. So with the process, there are actually different functions in your business that you need to have certain processes on as well. So you have your marketing, your sales, your operations, your accounting, your HR, your research and development, and your management. So that in order, because marketing comes first before sales. So what's your process with how you market yourself? What's your process with how you do your sales with your potential clients? What's your process with the operations or the delivery of what you promise to your clients? What's your process with developing your programs or your courses, let's say? What's your process with bringing in people to support you in your business? So you have to have processes in your business. Otherwise, if you don't have this, then there's really no room for scale or growth, because you're all over the place. So you need to have certain processes laid down with how you do your business. So of course, there are also key components on what processes you need to focus on depending on where you are in your business. But of course, that's something I would also discuss in the program that I'm about to launch. So after process, the final step to the P is your pricing. So this is I think a lot of people are either charging too little for what they're actually sharing with their clients. I've talked to so many people online and so many clients of mine, and then I ask them how much they're charging for their service whenever we do our free strategy call, and I'm actually always surprised to see that they're either charging too low for their service, or sometimes it seems that they're charging too high, right? Because everyone teaches that you should be, oh, don't know your worth, charge higher for your services. But can you really justify charging higher for your services if you don't have your processes down, right? That's why process comes first before the pricing, because if you don't have a process on how you deal with your business and a process on how you can walk through your client to get them to the desired results that they want, how can you justify the price that you're charging them at the same time? So if you want to charge high and you want to charge what you're worth, and you should charge what you're worth, you need to work on your process as well, and how you can provide the service or what your client is looking for when they came to you for help, right? So having process down is very important, and the pricing will follow once you have your process down. So some of my clients that I talk to, they do have their process down, but they're not charging enough because they're not confident with how much they're charging, because they feel like I don't have results yet, or I've done this for my clients, but I haven't done this for myself. So how will clients believe me that I can help them get through this? So and which brings us to the other M of the 7 crucial keys, right? So I said 4 P's and 3 M's. So the other M there is mindset, which is, again, as I mentioned earlier on this call, mindset is a huge part of it. You need to have a shift in your mindset with how you see you're servicing your clients, and how the dynamics have changed when you're offering something that has a more structure to what you're providing them. So if you're confident that you're gonna be able to get them results with what you have to offer, then you shouldn't be afraid of charging what you actually deserve, the price that is worth the program, right? So there's a mindset that also comes with that, a mindset shift. And of course, with everything in this entire thing that you're doing with your business, in order for you to finally break through the 10K mark, you also have to know, this is the most crucial part as well, is you have to know you have a clear mission with what you're doing, because people can sense if you're just doing this for a money grab, or if you're actually doing this because you want to help people. So if your mission is clear and people can see and understand that you're doing this because you have a mission for them, then they easily gravitate to you and choose to work with you. And finally, of course, your message as well. Like, how are you gonna get them to their desired result? What's your unique message that will attract them to want to work with you? Because of course, there's also a lot of coaches and consultants and service providers out there. So what is your unique message that would make them want to work with you? So mission and message comes together, comes hand in hand. If you're clear with your mission, with how you're going to help your clients and what you want to do for them, and you're clear with your message and on how you're going to be delivering the things that they're looking for, if you're clear with your message, what you stand for and what you stand against, then you're going to be attracting the clients that you are looking for, instead of just attracting random clients, different types of clients in your business. So yeah, there you have it. So pretty much the 7 crucial keys is: 1, your prospect, getting clarity on who your prospect is, and instead of going wide, you should be going deep. You need to know how to work on your presence or your positioning in your business instead of being seen as a commodity. You need to position yourself as the expert in your industry. Your process in the different functions of your business, and your process on how you're going to be delivering the results of what your client is looking from you, right? Then your pricing as well, is charging what you're worth, and charging what you think is truly deserving for the time and effort that you put into the programs that you share with your clients. And then the mindset shift also comes with that, because I know it's going to be difficult to charge more for your clients if your mindset is not ready for it. And there's a huge I like what my mindset coach actually recently told me. The only way getting in the way of your success is you're getting in your own way. It's because there's a lot of like mental and emotional blocks that's stopping you from getting to where you want, because you have all these limiting beliefs and old belief patterns that you've attached to yourself, and now you have to break through that as well. So a mindset shift is a huge part of that, and we'll definitely be touching on that as well in the program. And of course, your mission and your message. You should be clear with your mission on how you're going to help your clients and why you're doing this for them, and your message, finding your unique message or your unique voice so you can start attracting your dream clients in your business.
Wow, like you covered a lot in like a short period of time. Like, you're so correct about the positioning yourself as an expert in your industry, because you don't want to start off a campaign that you would attract all kinds of people. It would eventually become really, really difficult, and people won't really know what to say that you're good at. So, for example, if you look at the big brands today, when they call a certain name, you can attach a particular word to it, right? So when they call Michael Jordan, everybody, that instantly rings basketball, right? So when they call certain names, there's something that clicks in the mind of people about that name. So positioning yourself as an expert is the way to go right now. And also having a high ticket package is super, super, super important for profits in your business. So thank you so much, Sammy.
Thank you too. Thank you for having me here.
Yes. Is there anything you would like to share? Your program, how people can your website, your program, how people can join?
Sure, absolutely. So if you're a coach or a consultant or a service provider, and you're earning good money already, but you still haven't broke through to that 10K month of yours, then please do join my group, where it's the New Rich Society. So I can provide the link here. It's bit.ly/the New Rich Society. So I share tips and strategies there. Some strategies for how you're going to position yourself, some strategies on the process that you need to take, and on how to market yourself and attract your clients and stuff like that. So I share bits and pieces of strategies inside the group. And also, if you want to know how you're going to break through to your first 10K month, and if you're struggling to do that, then you can jump on a free call with me. No strings attached. It's just an assessment of what you can do to move forward with your business in order for you to break to your first 10K. You can reach me at calendly.com/Samantha Justine. Or if you just want to see the tips and strategies that I share, you can check out my Facebook profile, Sammy Justine Official, or my Facebook page, which is Samantha Justine Official. So you can go ahead and find me there. But the most important part of all this is my Facebook group. And if you're ready to break through to your first 10K this month, then just book a call with me at calendly.com/Samantha Justine.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to put all her links in the description. So irrespective of wherever you're listening to this episode, on YouTube, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you're listening to this, all her links it's in the description box. So thank you so much, Samantha. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here, and I appreciate the time for bringing me here.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll talk to you on another episode. Bye.
Bye.